most of the times when we are traumatized, we don't even really know that we're experiencing trauma at the time that we experience it. That's the reason it is trauma, because for us, it's our reality. In the truth, it should never be anyone's reality. Trauma is not something that God wills or that God condones or that God wants you to experience, right? A lot of times we don't even realize we're going through trauma. And by the time we realize that we are going through trauma, it's become the foundation of how we see ourselves, who we believe we are. Instead of me listening to Christ, right, I began to listen to the trauma in my life. You guys, this was subconscious, right? I wasn't doing this on purpose. I wasn't listening to my trauma on purpose. I wasn't trying to injure myself. I wasn't trying to become something that wasn't a son of God. I wasn't trying to hurt people, right? But I began to live out of this trauma. I began to live out of that moment in my life. And everything that I was walking out, that I was manifesting, was coming from this point, and I didn't even know it. My shame and my guilt and my trauma defined who I was, right? So what happens is when we get traumatized, right, we receive condemnation, right? We receive something that injures us. We receive something that hurts us, right? And what happens is we begin to give that back because you can't carry that on your own. So this whole persona forms around this reality. You know, a lot of you guys are stuck in the circle of condemnation from trauma that you've experienced in the past. And what happens is you begin to create more trauma in your life. You begin to find more trauma in your life, and you begin to create more trauma for other people, right? And so you're speaking what the liar says instead of what the truth says about you and who you are. Because the truth of God is that at 3.5 years old, I had the power of the living God living in me when I came and I accepted Jesus into my heart. We don't accept Jesus. Jesus accepts us. We just agree with what he says about us. We just agree that he loves us. We just agree that we're clean. We just agree that we're innocent. We just agree everything that Jesus won for us on the cross is ours. We just agree that he sees us as good. He sees us as his sons. He sees us as holy and pure and righteous because of what Christ had done. He sees us as healed. We receive that when he gives his life to us, we can walk in that